Why I became a minimalist. Before I start this episode, I just wanted to honestly say thank you for listening, watching, sharing, and subscribing. Your support means so much to me. It truly keeps me going and make it possible for me to share this journey with you. Here's why I became a minimalist. I just felt overwhelmed, okay? I became a minimalist because I was tired of living in chaos. Not drama, just chaos. At one point in my life, I felt like I'm not a hoarder, but my home started to feel like it was filling up. My calendar was always packed, like there's always something to do. And my spirit or me physically could not rest. But my spirit also felt empty. As a single mom, juggling work, parenting, and trying to build a life for myself and my kids, I often felt like I was running on fumes, like almost like your car running on empty. Everywhere I turned, there was more. More clutter, more bills, more expectations, more noise. And I think you can agree with me that there's so much noise in this world right now. It's really hard to stay focused. And none of it was giving me peace I desperately craved. So I realized I was drowning in things but starving for meaning. There is something called the cost of having more. Here's what I mean. What I learned from becoming a minimalist is more that it really comes with a cost to have more. The cost of my time, the cost of my money, the cost of my peace. It really cost me my time because I have so much in the house, I have to clean more. So I'm constantly cleaning. I'm constantly organizing, managing things I didn't even love. Let's not even go there when it came to the kids, okay? They were having toys and stuff and gadgets and all these things that half the times they're not even using it. Some of the times you end up buying stuff for your kids, by the time they go in the car, by the time they even get home, they're bored of it. It also cost me money. Buying things that filled up the cart but never filled up my soul. The cost of my peace. Because when your mind is cluttered, when your environment is cluttered, your mind is cluttered, even your quiet moments feels heavy. I knew I had to change. So the shift happened. The shift happened towards minimalism. It didn't just happen overnight. I started small. One day, I did my wardrobe. Get rid of clothes I did not need anymore, right? I know I'm not going back to a certain size, so I'm getting rid of this. I've wore this a couple times, get rid of this. This is kind of look old, get rid of this. Then I opened up a drawer and I asked myself, does this add peace or pressure? Do I really need this? If it added pressure and I did not need it, it had to go. Then I went to look at my finances, looking at what I was spending my money on and asking myself, is this a need or a want? Or am I buying a moment of comfort? Because let's be real, a lot of us, we have emotional spending habits. I also looked at my routines. Like, what am I doing every single day that's not adding peace or joy to my life? That's not serving any purpose. Choosing simplified mornings, simplified days, simplified evenings, simplified nights, making space for journaling, for praying, for meditation and the presence instead of rushing in the morning, rushing in the evening, rushing to cook dinner, rushing to clean, or rushing to do the laundry. You get what I'm saying? Being on autopilot is chaos. The more I let go, the lighter I felt. What minimalism looks like for me. For me, minimalism isn't about living with nothing. It's about living with enough. Enough to bring joy, enough to bring peace, but not so much that it weighs me down. It means simplifying my wardrobe so I can spend less time choosing and more time creating. Say no to commitments that drains my energy. Choosing quality over quantity, experiences over things. Teaching my kids that life is not about having stuff, it's about being present and peace, being at peace. The freedom minimalism brings me. Minimalism has given me emotional freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, spiritual freedom. When I say emotional freedom, I mean less stress and more clarity. Some of you get emotional just to choose what to wear in the mornings, right? You're gonna see me wearing black a lot, okay? Because I find that black goes with everything. Once in a while, yeah, I have colored stuff in my wardrobe, but for me, black is just for me simplicity. I just hate wasting my time. If you know me this much, it's a pet peeve of mine to waste time. And so I felt like I was wasting time trying to choose what to wear in the mornings. Financial freedom it gave me. It's basically I'm redirecting money, buying less stuff or irrelevant stuff and save more towards experiences like vacation, travel, future investment, more money towards my retirement, meaningful goals. Time freedom that it gave me was less cleaning. The less you have, the less you have to clean. I hate having a lot of furniture because when you have a lot of furniture, you have to clean a lot. So the less you have, the less you have to clean, the less you have to manage, and the more you're able to live. The spiritual freedom it gave me was space to hear and feel my own thoughts, to be able to just sit in peace, in silence, in no clutter, no chaos, and just be in tuned with my intuition so I can hear God's voice without so much noise. It's not about depriving myself. Believe me, I'm not deprived. It's about alignment. And alignment means and feels, it brings, when you're in alignment, that's when you're at peace. You feel peace. You feel calm. Listen, if you're listening to this and you feel overwhelmed, know this. Minimalism is not about perfection at all. It's not about living barely off anything or with anything. It's about taking small steps to bring more peace to your life, more peace of mind. Start with one drawer, then your wardrobe, your car, your wallet, your handbag, then your budget. Look at your budget. Look at what you're spending. Those coffees every morning, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, those energy drinks, refreshers that you should not be drinking anyway, or unnecessary yes to things and places and people that you can turn into a peaceful no. Becoming a minimalist gave me back my life. It really did. And it gave me more joy and more meaning to my life. And maybe, just maybe, it can give you back yours too. If this episode resonated with you, take a screenshot, share it, share this episode as well with another friend or family member, and tag me on Instagram at Priscilla the Minimalist or at single underscore parent underscore nation underscore podcast. I'll see you next time.